football summer agility program that we're going to send out on the internet. Thought I'd send this video along to dispel any confusion about some of the activity and movements that we're going to be doing. I'm going to be sending you 3 sheets. The first sheet is a agility and plyometrics workout. The second sheet is stretching, and the third sheet is strength. I suggest that you alternate days. On one day you do the agility and plyometrics. Plyometrics means jump training. And then on the off day you do strength training. And you probably need to stretch every day, or at least every other day. So I'm going to demonstrate the movements for you so that you will so that you'll know how to perform the movements correctly. We'll start off with the agility sheet. I'm just going to give you a quick little, just a quick look at each of the activities. So the first thing on the agility day, you're going to, you always want to warm up before you start working out. And we typically don't say, well, do 10 minutes. I mean, I did put 10 minutes on the sheet. However, you really should warm up until you have a sweat that begins to form on your forehead. And that's when you know that your core body temperature is elevating. And to really be warm, you actually need to feel sweat dripping on the back of your neck. That means that you truly are warm. So it's very important to warm up before you exercise, especially with plyometrics, because plyometrics are a high velocity, high intensity movement. So we'll start with the agility drills, and most of these you all did in football camp, so they should look quite familiar to you. So I'm just going to back up the camera for just a minute, and then I'll show you those things. Okay, the first of the movements, you're going to give yourself about 20 yards, and you're going to do high knees, which are those, okay? You'll do those for 20 yards, and then coming back you'll do butt kickers, which are those. And then coming back, you'll do ankle flips, which are these. And then we'll do ankle flip thrusts, which are these. Then we talked about karaoke. So you're going to cross over front, cross over back, maintaining the athletic position. And then we had backwards running, which is here. You want to make sure and reach back. You don't want to take little choppy steps. Okay, and then we had frog leaping. You start in this position, hands back, and you're going to reach forward and jump. Okay? And you're going to go 20 yards with each of these. And then we back down to 10 to 15 yards, and we'll do hit and stand up and roll and stand up. That is the position you had, an athletic position. You shuffle down, and then you hit the ground, come right back up, go back 10 yards, and then go back the other way, hit the ground, and then come back up. Okay? And then the shuffle with the roll, same thing. You're going to take a couple steps, roll, come back up, and go back and forth between 10 yards. And then we have shuffle drill. For these activities, just set up cones about 10 to 12 yards apart. So we're going to be athletic position. You're going to go 10 yards here, step or touch, touch, touch. Okay? That's your shuffle drill. And then 3-point stance. You want to make sure on your 3-point stance, this is not what we're looking for, where you just kind of barely put your hand down. A true 3-point stance, you're going to have one foot slightly behind the other, even with the other heel. You should be able to rest here like you're going to sit on the toilet. And then you just reach out with this hand, put some weight over that hand so that if I came by and knocked your hand away, you'd fall forward. Okay? So a 3-point stance explode. We're going to be in a 3-point stance and we explode off. Okay? Very important to keep in mind that we're not standing straight up. Okay? When you come out of any stance, you're going to come out flow like that. Okay? 4-point stance, feet are even, you're down like this, then you reach out, your weight is on your hands, and you explode off. Okay? So, we have 20-yard agilities and 10-yard agilities. And that's how that's broken up. Okay, now we come to the then we do our sprinting. So you're going to set up cones about 40 yards apart, or just make some demarcation 40 yards apart. And you're going to go, and you're just going to sprint between the cones. And I highly recommend that you do 2 to 4 sprints at about 50%, and then 2 to 4 sprints at 75%, and then 2 to 4 sprints at 100%. Okay? And make sure you think about your form when you run. You need to get that knee high, reach out, and the arms shouldn't be like this, you know, they shouldn't be flinging all over. The arms should be straight. When you warm up to run, it's good to start off with this movement and just think about this. Just warming up like so, okay? And then you're going to bring the arms into it, or the legs into it, sorry. Here, here. This is a good warm up for running, okay? Okay. So then you start your sprint, and we'll initially do 6 to 8 of those sprints, and then hopefully by the end of the summer you'll be able to do 12 to 16 of those at one time. Okay, so that brings us to the plyometrics and jumping. Squat thrust we did in camp, but it looks like this. You're going to go down, back, up, jump. Down, back, up, jump. Okay, that's a squat thrust. And then a squat jump we also did in camp. You're going to touch, come up, touch, come up, touch, come up. Okay? Scissor jump. Your feet are staggered, and you're going to just go back and forth. Okay? Scissor jump. Spread eagle jump. We're going to come up. Okay? Side to side jumping.